Welcome to Beyond the Broadsheet, a podcast by the Lincoln County News. We're a community newspaper based in Midcoast, Maine, and we provide the most comprehensive, in-depth coverage available anywhere of the 18 towns and one plantation that make up Lincoln County. My name is Juell, and I'm a reporter here at LCN covering the towns of Newcastle, Damascotta, Whitefield, and Edgecombe.
And my name is Claire Taylor, and I'm a reporter at LCN as well, covering the towns of Waldoboro, Somerville, and Jefferson.
Welcome to the final Beyond the Broadsheet episode of 2025. We'll be taking off the final few weeks of the month because we have short deadlines. Last one of 2025.
That's big wild.
Dinners. Yeah. We'll see you in 2026, I guess. Last week, sports reporter Mick LaBelle and producer Lucas McNelly talked through the upcoming high school basketball season, or I guess now current basketball season. After reading off this week's headlines, I will be bidding my farewell to the podcast. So I'll be just reflecting on my time at LCN with Claire and just sharing what's next. So, yeah. But before we get into that, here are some of the top stories from the Thursday, December 11th edition of the paper. To start, Damascotta makes conditional offer to police chief candidate. After 6 months of searching, Damascotta may soon welcome a new police chief. Town manager Andy Dorr announced the town had extended a conditional job offer during the select board's Wednesday, December 3rd meeting. The announcement comes as interim chief Phil Tessier had to unexpectedly step back from the department due to personal health concerns. Tessier said it was an honor to close out his 48-year career by serving as the town's chief, especially during this year's Pumpkin Fest. Mm-hmm. Dorr said he can't offer any details on the potential new chief at this time, but polygraph exams, a background check, and other precursory tests are in the works. Quote, "We understand folks want answers and just want to know who it's going to be. We're just walking through the process," Dorr said. So there's no definitive timeline at the moment, but there will surely be some updates soon.
Yeah, exciting that things are in motion.
Indeed, yeah.
All right. Over in Wiscasset, the select board voted to put the relocation of the town's wastewater treatment plant back before voters on the June 2026 ballot. This came after they received a petition which called for a repeal of the previous vote on the plant's relocation, which the petition actually fell just short of the 198 signatures required, but the select board still decided to place the issue on the 2026 ballot. Voters will decide whether to relocate the plant to 42 Hodge Street. The plant is currently located at 69 Water Street. The plant must be relocated, Select Board member William Maloney said, but the 2026 vote will assess whether to accept the proposed location or begin the search for an alternate site.
Very nice. Johns Bay Coastal Alliance approves budget for transition from AOS 93. Christina wrote this story. The Johns Bay Coastal Alliance Education Service Center Board, little tongue twister there, approved a $780,884.67 draft budget for fiscal year 2027 during its Monday, December 8th meeting. Starting on July 1st, 2026, South Bristol and Bristol will be leaving AOS 93 to form Johns Bay Coastal Alliance, a two-town education service center. The new Education Service Center's board of directors will be made up of 5 school committee members, an executive director, and a superintendent/curriculum coordinator. A finance clerk, administrative assistant, and special education director will also be hired for the center. Bristol will be responsible for $408,530.80 of the budget, an increase of $76,946.59, or 23.2% from the town's AOS 93 contribution last year. South Bristol will cover $272,353.87, an increase of $62,766.05, or 29.95% from last year's AOS 93 payment. So they're making progress there.
Yeah, sounds like it. A Walpole teen bagged the Big Game Grand Slam. 15-year-old Walpole resident Helen Rice registered a Big Game Grand Slam on Wednesday, December 3rd. The hunting feat is a lifelong goal for many seasoned hunters, requiring a hunter to tag 4 different species of big game in a calendar year. The Lincoln Academy sophomore started her quest when she received a moose hunting permit. She went on to shoot a bear, turkey, and moose before bagging her final big game animal, a white-tailed deer. She rounded out her Big Game Grand Slam on December 2nd, sitting outside amid cold rains and snowy weather to land the final shot.
I was talking about this with Maya, and she was like, I'm sure that this is not something you've heard about before, but this is, big doings. So
Yeah. No, it's wild to get that at 15. That is a big accomplishment.
It seems like she was very committed to
no kidding.
getting it done. So
Yeah.
Major props to Helen Rice.
No kidding.
The Edgecombe Planning Board approved a Glidden Point processing facility. So Glidden Point can crack the shell on expanded operations in Edgecombe, despite residents' ongoing land use violation concerns. The Edgecombe Planning Board approved the farm's application for a new processing facility during its Thursday, December 4th meeting. Oysters will be transported from the Damascotta River to the 5,640 square foot building to be prepared for market. Neighboring resident David Tonry raised several concerns during the application's public hearing, pointing out missing markings on the plans and an unmet setback requirement. Tonry also alleged that the board had violated the town's land use ordinance, which requires a public hearing within 30 days of accepting an application as complete. After waiving the unmet setback requirement and penciling in some missing information, the board ultimately found the application complete and approved it. Owner Ryan McPherson said construction will start this winter. And the board also believed in their interpretation of the town ordinance and the Maine Municipal Association procedure, that they were following their own guidelines for the approval process. So, yeah. That should be in the works, should be breaking ground sometime soon.
Solid. Over in Noblesboro, a Noblesboro native is excited to return as fire chief. Former interim fire chief Aaron Bradbury was officially appointed to the chief position on Wednesday, December 3rd. Bradbury accepted the position following Matthew Kilpatrick's resignation, which he submitted in November, citing work obligations and ongoing education. Before joining the Noblesboro Fire Department in 2019, Bradbury worked as a full-time firefighter in Massachusetts and on the Maine National Guard's civil support team. Going forward, he hopes to expand Noblesboro's emergency medical services by increasing the number of licensed emergency medical technicians working in the department and strengthening firefighter training.
Very nice. Damascotta residents' commitment, honesty, character recognized. When it comes to commendable community service, Damascotta resident Josh Pinkham has no shortage. The Damascotta Select Board honored Pinkham with the Spirit of America Award during its Wednesday, December 3rd meeting at the town's fire station. Pinkham has worn a wardrobe worth of hats around town, giving his time as a firefighter, former selectman, Little League coach, and helping with, quote, numerous untold things, unquote, said board chair Daryl Frazier. Quote, those close to him will attest to his commitment, honesty, and character as a son of Damascotta, Frazier said. It was very sweet. You could tell just how appreciated Pinkham is by the community and by the board members. So it was great to be there and get to see him be recognized.
That is fantastic. It's really, really neat to see the way folks show out for their community and Get to see somebody recognized for that.
Yeah, and they like tried to surprise him with it. Like, I guess Damerscott Fire Chief John Roberts, he had tried to surprise Pinkham. He said there was a, training or a meeting or something at the fire station. So
that's pretty cute.
It was. Good stuff.
Speaking of cute, I got to spend a cool Yule with the goats of Pumpkin Vine Family Farm. Melodic sleigh bells and bleats filled the winter air as family enjoyed a trek through the woods with scampering goats at Pumpkin Vine Family Farm in Somerville. The wintry walk was just one part of the farm's Yule goat celebration on Sunday, December 7th, which included a Christmas market, nature-based crafts, holiday photo opportunities, and storytelling. Kelly Payson Rupchand, who owns the farm with her husband Anil Rupchand, said the Yule goat is part of a Scandinavian legend in which Tomten, tiny nature spirits, and the Yule goat work together to bring children Christmas presents. To prepare for their Yule goat duties, the goats underwent training to get used to their harnesses, the trails, and the snow. Payson Rupchand said the event takes a lot of work, but, quote, the reward is seeing everybody out having fun, unquote.
Did you enjoy the goats?
I did very much. It was very sweet. They were very, very happy to be running around in the snow, it seemed like. And lots of little kids enjoying meetings with goats as well. So it was a very good time.
I love that. Were any of the kids scared of the goats?
Honestly, no. They were
That's
more.
surprising.
There was a lot of curiosity, and I think maybe some like a little bit of uncertainty, but it was more excitement than anything else. I think
That's good. That's good. No one wants a kid terrified of the Yule goat.
Right. That would be a little bit sad. But yeah, at least from what I saw, everybody seemed to be having a good time. So
I love that. That's awesome. Very cool that they're so committed to bringing that to Lincoln County.
Yeah,
So,
no kidding.
indeed. This week's character of the county was Lisa Miller, and her piece was entitled "Lisa Miller Always Comes Home to Somerville." According to Lisa Miller, one of the best ways to enjoy the beauty of the United States is by rail. She and her husband, Roy Miller, just returned to their Somerville home from an excursion up the West Coast and into Canada. Just one of several lengthy train trips the Millers have made in recent years. On top of her train-bound adventures, Lisa Miller has worked as the director of the Bingham program and served 3 consecutive terms in the State House before settling into retirement. Like any small town, she said living in Somerville comes with, quote, stresses and strains, end quote, but, quote, that quiet watching each other's back stuff that rural Mainers do, that is really quite wonderful. To hear more about this week's character of the county, pick up a copy of the paper or visit lcnme.com. And now,
Oh my gosh, the final hours.
final countdown.
Yeah.
So,
How's it feel?
I mean, it definitely feels kind of surreal. I feel like I have, been a little bit more in and out of the podcast in recent weeks, but It feels surreal to know it is my final episode. And yeah, just, I've been making my rounds around the office and like to my municipal folks being, telling them that I'm ending my tenure here. So yeah, definitely has been interesting. I don't know. It's been very cool to get to be here like post-grad. I had basically just freshly graduated from the University of Texas at Austin when I had made my way up here. So it's been great to get to dive in, get to meet so many different people, and just feel very thankful and also very sad to leave behind so many people that I care about so deeply. So yeah.
Well, you will be very missed, but we're excited for you for what you got going next. So what is next on the docket for you?
Well, so I will actually be making my way back to Austin. I just, cannot resist the pull of the burnt orange, one might say. Yeah, I'll be going back there to do residential real estate and housing reporting for the Austin Business Journal. So definitely excited for that. And, it'll be a new adventure, new thing to cover. Well, not totally new, but still will be, fun to settle into something new.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what I got. It's crazy. How long have you been here now?
Oh, geez. I think it's been like a month and a half. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. Yeah.
It feels longer in my head.
Yeah. Maybe it has. We're in December at this point. So, yeah.
Who knows? Dang. Well, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, probably about 2 months, honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you saying 2 months, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
versus
I think
1.5 months, I'm like, whoa.
Those couple weeks really make or break.
They're defining. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've enjoyed getting to work with you and getting to see you settle into all your reporting. So
yeah. Thank you. I've enjoyed working with you too and appreciated all your wisdom and advice as I try to learn the ropes here.
Too kind. Well, how has it been for you in terms of settling in and finally kind of nailing into a specific beat?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really exciting to actually have okay, these are my 3 towns. And of course I am occasionally bopping around to other places as well. And that's been lovely.
Totally.
But it is very nice to kind of have okay, this is my home ground and this is what I will be, the people that I will be building relationships with. And so that's been really lovely.
100%. Yeah. It's very fun, getting to have your towns. I must say I have loved my towns. All of them have such specific personalities, I feel like. And so I've really enjoyed getting to just plug in and get to see the same folks every other week. Yeah. So definitely as I've been saying my goodbyes to, selectmen and town officials and stuff, it's oh, I'm gonna miss seeing you 2 times a month. I'll miss our time. So yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you're nailed down now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yes. Alrighty. Well.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite memories or things that you want to take from your experience here? Sorry to spring this on you.
Oh, no worries at all. I've really enjoyed kind of the thing I've repeatedly really enjoyed. I loved getting to do voluntary view where I got to test out different volunteering opportunities. It was super fun and I loved getting to just plug into different places, and everyone was so kind and willing to really absorb me into the dynamics very quickly. I loved getting to go to the Waldoboro Food Pantry because they are genuinely such a fun group of people, just having such a great time while they're doing something really great for the community. So
it's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm trying to think if there's any other specific highlights. I've gotten to do so many different things. I'm wow, I'll probably never get to do that again. And there's probably not a ton of people who can say they have got to go out with oyster farmers and like see the whole deal of like trading out the cages. I got to go on a few boats a few times and just like
I know Christina's pretty jealous about that.
Right.
That is a special opportunity.
Indeed. Very treasured. Yeah, and like getting to go to a lobster bake with all the fire chiefs, like that was really awesome.
That's so fun.
So yeah, I've just loved like every part of getting to get entrenched in the community here. And yeah, I feel like everyone has been like very kind and very like, you know, looking out for me, especially as someone who like came in here blind. So it's been really lovely. I definitely will look back on my time here with fondness. So yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all I got for
time to say farewell.
Time to sign off. Well, yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely new year. And yeah, we'll be sending my love from Austin, Texas.
We'll be sending it right back. You know what I mean. But
Yes.
Yeah, we will miss you, and we're very grateful for the time that you've had here. So
sweet.
All right.
Thank you for listening to Beyond the Broadsheet, a podcast by the Lincoln County News. This podcast is produced by Lucas McNelly and Maya Zebert. Tyler Davis of Tyality Productions provides production support. Our theme music is by Stu Mahan and LCN Associate Editor / Bassist Sherwood Olin. The Lincoln County News hits newsstands across the county every Wednesday afternoon. And you can also access our work online at lcnme.com. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion, please email us at info@lcnme.com. As always, we're grateful for the support of our readers and listeners in Lincoln County and beyond. It's been great catching up today, and we'll talk with you again soon.